Hello folks, this is Steve AB4L. See those big power lines up top? All along here has recently been refurbished. New poles, new wires, new insulators, headed down to the deep river in Cedar Falls. Now, I was down here looking at some wildflowers a little bit ago, and I noticed something that I'd like to show you. So this is Cedar Falls, and you know this past winter they put in the four-way stop, and also this is one part of the old mill project. You see the mill there. Now this is what I want to show you here. Now, let me turn around. What attracted my eye actually was those two spools. And then I noticed the pole. So let me stop and get out with my camera and show you what I think is going on. All right, now there's the two spools. Now that's actually long distance guy wire. And a few months ago I put one or two videos up on visits here. You know, I've been down here about the museum, the old mill project. You see the pile of dirt? This is a new pole. Now, I don't know how the camera's going to handle that. You want to know how deep they put the pole in? You can see it right there. You can see it on this one too. You can see how far the dirt goes. And you can see that the poles, the trees that they used were different sizes. And here's one that's really old and pretty typical of what they were replacing on that road. Think it's been in service a long time? All right, now, here's what I want to show you. When we look up, and I hope the camera adjusts all right, we see three insulators and then a pole. 1, 2, 3, and then further down, and we see this, right? What's that for? What are they going to do? Now they've recently refurbished the poles along there, going toward Franklinville along the deep river, but they kept all the wiring. And there's the old stuff. It's on the other side of the road. Can you see it? Can you see it? The older poles and the high tension at the top and the telephone and TV and whatever servicing there. Now, this has been put here, I'm guessing in the last week. Now again, I don't know how the camera's going to react to the sky. So we've got another pole. It's a new pole. It doesn't replace one. there was no pole here before. They broke up the concrete, and you notice what it has on it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And can we see it in the outline there? 1, 2, 3. The insulators are sticking out, and there's these reels, reels, and then number 4. What do you think they're doing? And if we walk out here to the edge of the road, we can see another, and another. I drove down there. For now, these are the only ones they put in, and they've just put them in the last few days. But the main power feed and the utility, telephone, whatever, is on the other side of the road and keeps going that way. They're going to be stringing new heavy gauge insulated high tension wires. There'll be 3. Just like the 3 that were broken by a tree that fell over, what was it, last August, at the edge of my property. And I've seen this before. Why do they have the reels? During the stringing process of the big heavy wires, not this stuff, but the insulated stuff, they don't. It fits the bill. Loud muffler, low horsepower. You can barely make that thing go. The lower the horsepower, the louder the pipes. So while they're uncoiling it from the reel and dragging it, they don't want to scar it, break it, hurt it. And that's what the wheels up, the guided grooved wheels are up there. So they'll feed it through each of those 3 times, and they'll be able to pull it and string it and pull it through, uncoiling it all the way down to there without damaging the insulation and damaging the wire. And then when they get the lengths right and they anchor the ends properly, they take that off because they can come apart, and they put the proper insulator to hold the high tension. And I've seen this before where they were stringing long distance across a river, and they used pulleys like that to get the wire across, to handle it, to get it uncoiled, all of that, and then they replace those, and they put the proper insulator and all the work up there for the actual final high tension wires in place. So this stretch and these poles are brand new this week. Is the next stage for here. I don't know if it's going to supplant this or it's really meant to be a feeder, because the work they've done along that road, there's no way that kind of infrastructure would be needed to feed the houses and few small businesses along the way. So I think there's new routing of higher amperage and power going on. That's a guess. Steve AV for y'all, just watching what's going on and enjoying it, saying see you in 73.